letting people know we were doing a secret project thing.
No, it's okay. Well, I didn't think I told people we're starting at 10. Or no, I did, I guess. Oh well, that's fine. I'm not a professional. Everyone knows. I say it every time that I
You
don't
say
do
it every
this
time.
properly. I just do whatever the fuck. And it's
You do.
fine. I will never
Yeah.
be a professional streamer. I'm just a
Mm-hmm.
guy. I'm just a
Just a
guy.
guy.
I'm,
Just a
I'm
guy.
just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Just a Bill on Capitol Hill. You murdered a man on Capitol Hill as well?
No,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
That's not what I said at all. Why must you ruin my jokes?
Sorry, sometimes you stare at the title of the game. It's Murder on Yangtze River. And then we talk about Capitol Hill. So, Murder on
Did you see
Capitol
Murder on
Hill.
the Yahtzee River?
I know it's Yangtze, but my brain doesn't like saying Yangtze. It's it reads it because it says the Y and then it says C. Yahtzee.
I swear to God.
Yeah, hello Mooney. Welcome to the
Hi,
stream.
Mooney.
You haven't missed anything yet. We were talking about secret project that we're not allowed to talk about on the stream. And then we also got distracted because we started laughing and then I started making a joke and everything else. Yes, it is. It's time to hear the opening. Hello stream. Welcome everyone to my
You can do
stream
your
today.
intro. I'm going to go get a drink. Have fun, guys. I'm gonna go throw my food away.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to my stream today. Hello everyone, welcome in. Today we will be playing Motos on the Yangtze River. Previously, last time one might say, we were in court. We are still in court because two people have now died. One of them we're like pretty sure who did it and how he did it. The other one we have no clue, but was found in the other guy's house. We're not trying to figure out who we did. Now we have the assumption that hey, it was probably Officer Ma who was the like guy thing, who was like the police officer there at the scene of the crime, basically. And yeah. However, yeah. In other news, you can follow us. Check us out on, of course, you can follow me on my stream, which is uh slash shout out. I'm really good at typing, guys. Trust me on this. Okay. Okay. So you can follow me here at this little website there, where I'm just a little silly little guy. My Twitch there and see what I stream. Last game I played was recently was Homestuck. It was sure stuck of home. That's for sure. But yeah, you could also follow the Zodiac Lord on his stream, which you are probably watching right now. If not, I would send out the shout out, but I'm actually not allowed to do that apparently. Twitch gets really mad at me and says I cannot do that. So you can do that and follow him there, or you can check out his Patreon where he does not do anything and needs to get and will eventually get better about doing things there, or his DeviantArt, or like any of his other socials that he has in his link tree, which I can also send. Um, Give me 1 second, I'll pull that up. Oh, cool thing for you guys to know is that I have opened up commissions on VGen. So you can search it quietly existing on VGen and it'll be there. I have two commission things that you can open up for, which are Skeb style uh Skeb style headshots and also um chibi full bodies. Yes. These are the two things there on my region. Um, you can check them out there. Also, food of the week is in fact still Skittles and um yakitori fried rice and Skittles. Yes, because it's still not the new week yet. The new week would be on Monday. That's how weeks work. And I have to open up a poll soon so you can vote and see what the new food of the week is for next week. And I will do that during the stream. when the Zodiac Lord is not there to see it.
Oh, and I'm not there to see it?
Yeah, when you're not there to see
Mm-hmm.
it. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I heard you get back, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And now I know that you're going to be doing that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be able to stop me.
I can, actually. It's my stream.
Uh-uh. You can't.
I can. I can delete it.
Uh-uh.
I
You
can remove you.
can't.
I can take away your mod
You can't.
powers.
No, you can't.
I can.
It's illegal.
I
That's
can. I can
illegal.
make
Don't
you.
you
I
know?
can just stop making you a mod right now.
And then I'll make Mooney do it. My
And
our
I'll just
lovely
make.
pal
Then Mooney
Gunru.
won't be a mod. You'll take away Mooney's mod
Wow.
privileges.
I cannot believe you would do this. I cannot believe you would specifically bully me
I'm
into
warning
being
you what I'm
mean.
gonna do. I'm not. I'm not doing it without asking.
But what if
I'm
I just
telling you.
do it?
I'm setting a boundary, and I'm telling you what will happen if you cross the boundary. That is not bullying.
Um,
That is me setting a
but
boundary.
what if I when I do it and then you don't see it and then we get to vote and then everyone
If
gets
it's
to
in my
vote.
stream, I think I'll see it. I'm pretty sure.
Mm, but have you considered what if you
You
just
could do it anywhere else. You could do
what
it
if
on
you do
Twitter.
it? Yeah, but what if I
You
did
could do
it
it on
on your
Discord.
stream? Yeah, but what if I
You could
did
do
it?
it on your own stream.
Yeah, but what if I did this on, you know, and then I did this and then yeah. Anyway, you can follow the Zodiac Lord, any of those things, any of those links right over there, any of those there, and then oh, I should probably also send. I don't. It's a thing of where I'm bad about this, and I should technically post it on Twitter, but I also don't like Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't like social media,
Yeah.
and this is a problem because I need to be better about it.
I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah, but also it's the thing of advertisements and things where it's like, yeah, if I wanted to do advertisement things,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah.
Is your intro done?
Um, yes.
All right, hi everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to my Twitch channel. Me and Quietly Existing here are going to be playing Murders on the Yangtze River again. If you haven't seen our past videos, the VOD should still be up on the channel. We started playing this about a week ago. Really fun mystery, mystery crime-solving game. Very similar to like Ace Attorney and other games like that. And we've been having a lot of fun playing it. We've wanted to play more for a little while. But Chidinma already told you the food of the week.
Yeah, but Mooney wants to hear. Mooney does want to be able to vote.
Then do it on Twitter.
But, but
Yeah,
I
but
did say
no,
this.
Mooney. Chidinma literally said it. Chidinma said it
Yeah,
while I was
yakitori fried
here.
rice and Skittles. Yeah, it was yakitori
Yeah.
fried rice and Skittles. That's the food of the week right now. Next week is when the food of the week changes, which will be Monday.
Yeah, trust me. Unfortunately, I think I'd know. Because I suffered. Yeah, it's more cars food, Toshi. Of course it is.
So yeah, inside of the because it's important, okay? Sometimes you eat yakitori fried rice and you eat Skittles, okay? And so it's the food of the week. Welcome to the game.
Anyway, are we ready to play?
Yeah.
Ready to go forth. Yay, alright. Continue. Last time, if anyone doesn't remember, we're solving the case of the lady in the wardrobe. We've been looking around, trying to figure out who killed her and figure out some stuff. We've been learning some interesting things about, why am I blanking on his name? Lo Shi Wen, as well as his uncle, the famed writer Lope, and how Lope may have possibly been stealing his nephew or his editor's ideas. We're not quite sure yet. But we're learning that there's definitely more drama here than meets the eye, more drama than just a jealous nephew. We also, unfortunately, out of nowhere, had an old man claim that he saw the... Can you calm down out there? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
could
so
you
at least.
chill with your tiny dick? Anyway, man, the moon's been crazy. The moon's been yellow for like a week.
Quite a few days.
It's been so yellow, which could be mad things, I guess. It's a car, some jackass who goes vroom vroom out there. Um. Anyway, old man suddenly stepped up, and claimed that he saw the killer,
No, I did not, Mooney.
which was
That's so
no,
mean.
no one farted. It was a
So
jackass outside.
mean.
Um, but yeah, an old man claimed that the delivery man, young was in the apartment, and he claimed that he saw him commit the crime. He did not. He was simply stealing some things off the wall. And just now we've got the autopsy report back from the official what are they called? From the coroner, claiming that it was the painting that was used to strangle the poor woman in the wardrobe, as well as confirming that the time of death was not quite what we thought due to the conditions inside.
See,
Also,
we say not quite what we thought.
Mhm.
We meant not quite what she. What was his name again? I forgot. Shin, Shin,
Whose name? Sorry.
Ping? Main character.
Oh,
Shinping. Shinping?
Shinping?
Shin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite what Shinping's plot because I said, I said, I said specifically, hey, the room was hot. He probably died later. I said it several times actually because I knew. Hey, you can continue now.
To be honest, seeing Chi as a sock puppet type doll might mean more squeaky toy sound than a rumble. Yeah, you're right. I feel like if you, I can confirm. I've met Chi in real life. I've met Chi in real life that if if you poke Chidinma or squeeze Chidinma, she makes a squeaky toy noise.
Just because I make a squeaky toy noise does not mean that if I fart it would also be a squeaky toy noise. I do. Bark.
Hey, we're gonna continue the game.
Bark.
Shun Ping. That's what his name is.
Shun
Ping.
Shun Ping. And I'm Azu.
Afu.
Afu.
This whole game is
your.
Oh yeah. Also, Officer Ma definitely did it. By the way,
we're like yeah.
I had a suspicion about it, and it's totally what happens.
We totally did it.
Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, remembered I need to take my meds.
Oh, darn it.
Feel okay?
We just started.
Distracted.
We just opened the game.
I know. It is evident that both Master Lo and Mrs. Liu was killed by Lo Shiwen.
Did you take your medication?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
That's why I paused in a second because I had to swallow.
Okay.
Last night he first drugged Mr. Liu with rice cake, then hid her in his own house. Then he went to Master Lo's house and drugged him as well. Just as he was about to kill Master Lo, Shen's visit caused him to temporarily change his plan. Today at midnight, Lo Shiwen drugged Mr. Shen, killed Master Lo, and set up the crime scene. Excuse me. Around 3, he came home, lit the brazier, burned the blood cinco, and tried to kill Miss Liu. But Miss Liu had eaten less of the drug cake. She woke up midway and resisted his attack. In the end, Lo Shiwen killed Miss Liu with the scroll, but there was not much time left. In order to return to Master Lo's house before Yangtze, he first hid the body in the wardrobe. Unexpectedly, his trick was exposed by Mr. Shin on the spot. He himself fainted at the scene. As a result, Miss Liu's body was left in the wardrobe until Afu opened it. This is the truth behind the whole case. Shen, what Officer Ma said does make sense.
Yes. What Officer Ma said is very true. Mr. Shen, what do you think? Is Lo Shiwen the murderer? The murderer is someone else, it's Officer Ma.
It's Officer Mall.
No,
Shouldn't be.
I believe the real murderer is someone else. Oh, I wonder who Mr. Shen thinks the murderer is.
I'm gonna point at you. You're so sweaty.
Officer Ma's deduction seems flawless at first hearing. But upon careful consideration, something feels off. As for who the real murderer is...
Mr. Shen, Lord is waiting for your answer. If the murderer isn't Lo Shiwen, then who could it be? Give me a straight answer.
The murderer should be... you.
It's your whole
It's
part.
totally you.
It's you, Madawen.
It's Officer Ma, the real murderer in this case. Officer Ma?
Shen, are you sure you are not kidding?
Swordman indeed.
Straight man indeed.
In the courtroom, jesting is not to be taken lightly.
Also, he keeps on pulling a weapon and threatening us. I do not know what else he is saying.
Yeah. It's not a jest. Mr. Shen, I wonder your reasons are for suspecting this person. Please, allow me a moment to think. He's not doing so hot. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's getting sick. He's getting a fever.
Sweaty. He's just sweaty.
He's
Mr. Shen, if you believe there are flaws in my deduction, please feel free to point them out.
Mr. Shen, I see you are not quite yourself. Are you feeling unwell?
No need to force it, Mr. Shen. Catching the murderer and solving the case is our duty, not yours. I'm so angry.
Officer Ma's analysis does sound quite reasonable to me. I believe that should be the truth of the case, then.
Soldiers, take Mr. Shen and Offloot for arrest.
Wait a minute!
You're unsweated.
Emily, I keep having maybe it's just trauma, but I keep having a fear that he's gonna have like a mystery room Jekyll and Hyde swap at any moment. Like I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it.
He's giving the vibe of that.
I'm waiting for him to suddenly just get like slightly unhinged and just start like like cracking everything open while being slightly deranged. I'm just waiting for it. There's one thing I still can't figure out. Officer Ma's analysis suggests Lo Shiwen hired Yang to clean up the footsteps at the scene. He also had Yang remove the murder weapon from his house. But Lo Shiwen fainted after I exposed his scheme, and there was no time to talk with Yang Before that, it was unlikely that he could foresee his being arrested. Something must have gone wrong somewhere. I need to think carefully. All contact leaves traces. The evidence is not non-existent, but instead undiscovered. All objects and all images settle in different locations sequentially. Stayed here for 6 hours. Be careful, they might be spoiled.
Don't worry, Shen, it's not spoiled.
The room is extremely hot, causing the decomposition of the body to accelerate. However, the steamed buns that have been left there for 6 hours did not spoil. Why is it like this?
That's a good question.
Okay,
I was just thinking because the room was hot, but there's a chance that
heat would make something spoil faster.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay, then. That means the answer is obviously that they were not delivered at that point in time.
Well, I don't know. I actually think that... Because here's my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
hypothetically, I'm going to say this before they do it, in case I'm right. If not, that's fine. If it's going to end up being
Yeah,
some
yeah.
magical third thing. So, hypothetically, right? The thing we're supposed to believe here is that we woke up this morning and got Lo Shiwen arrested. He had no time to come back here to do anything before we got here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it so hot in there? Because my thought is, and maybe I'm wrong because maybe this game isn't going with this sort of logic. If the, because that's the other thing as well, is why was the
Right, because
the
the first
yeah,
time.
because no, I think I know, because why was the rope, the drawstring of the coat in the well but not here where it was burned? Because I bet that it was originally thrown in the well and Officer Ma retrieved it and brought it back there to be burned. Potentially to hide evidence of some kind or do something like that, or possibly even like cover up footsteps with the ash or something like that. That's what I'm wondering, if that's what happened. And so that it actually, the fire, the heat happened actually super recently. So it actually didn't affect the decomposition of the body because it happened like just before we got here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would, yes, okay, because that would
Right?
be then placed it as like, oh wait, that means he now needs to find a way to make sure that what's it called, that the blame can still be placed on them, because originally it was like, oh yeah, he was just gonna be inside the house and everything if like that, but oh, Lope is now also dead and we know that he was there, which means he couldn't have been over there, so we now need to edit the thing to prove that he could have done it, which is, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. My thought was that it was the thing of what's it called, Lush, of, because remember Yanger was there at, was one of the first people over there when Lope died
Right.
and was yelling out before he got there. It was a thing of, oh, they could have communicated it then, hey, this happened kind of thing, and it was like the because you are here now, I have to go and do this kind of thing. But now I have to wait so I can clean up the body before I actually
Right.
deliver things.
Yeah. I bet, yeah, because I think that would make sense that the reason why the body was hastily hidden in the wardrobe was either to frame Lo Shiwen or because Officer Ma was panically, like, leaving the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have our prediction.
I have predictions.
Why is
They're
it like
set in
this?
stone.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Do you need me to point you in the right direction?
No need. I'm fine. I will handle this case myself.
Go ahead then, tell me. What is the key factor for Officer Ma to be able to confirm that Lo Shiwen is the murderer? Location.
Location. We were just
I
talking
wanna
about time of location.
I
The
wanna
body
say
was
it's
found in Lo
location because
Shiwen's wardrobe, so naturally everyone would suspect him.
yeah.
But it can also easily lead people to believe that he was framed. Yeah, so I think it's for time of
Okay,
death.
yeah.
Yeah!
It was time of
He
death.
is hot.
I
He is
just-
hot. If the
Yeah.
case happened as yeah, because that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be the thing because it means the stuff and the things. Anyway, it's fine.
Means the stuff in the things.
It means that the fire was not lit at the time that everyone's assuming it was lit, so it's actually was not as hot in there until recently, and that's why the buns aren't spoiled, because it wasn't lit hours ago. It was lit recently when Officer Ma went in there. The case happened as I
Yeah.
initially speculated, occurring at midnight. Lo Shiwen has an alibi to prove he was not present at the scene.
What changed the determination of the time of death?
The charcoal brazier. Of course. It is the charcoal brazier. I mean, granted, listen, I think just Shen is hot in general, so, you know.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man. After considering the brazier, Auntie Vu pushed back the estimated time of death by 4 hours.
Me too. Can this factor be ruled out?
Ruled out? How? The charcoal brazier merely increased the temperature inside the room. The stifling heat inside truly impacted the determination of the time of death. Whether it is the charcoal brazier or the room temperature factor, both are objectively present.
There's another variable with the charcoal brazier that you overlooked.
The time of ignition. Right? I think?
Yeah, time of ignition, because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah!
Right now. This is what happened.
Yeah! We're right!
You're right,
genius!
this is correct.
Time! If the heat did not last long enough, the impact on the decomposition rate will be limited. The fact that the meat buns in the food box did not spoil is likely due to this reason. The crucial factor is when the charcoal brazier was ignited. How can we infer this specific time? If we know the charcoal burn rate, I can analyze the ratio of unburned charcoal to ash. Even so, it is still difficult to deduce the exact time when the charcoal burn. I bet you it's gonna be the thing that it wasn't actually cleaned in there, that it was just the ash from the charcoal that, like, dust. Probably not. I might be overthinking it. It's okay. When the charcoal brazier was ignited, because we do not know the initial ratio of charcoal to charcoal ash.
Stupid. Think about who lit to the charcoal brazier. I can't believe you called him stupid. That is so mean.
It's so rude.
It's
Officer
so
Ma's
rude.
claim of just passing by without entering the room is likely a lie. He was the last to go by the scene, and he was also the most likely one to clean up the footprints. If he was the one who lit the charcoal brazier, everything would make sense.
Ta-da. Mr. Shen, you're still unwilling to leave.
Again, we stood there for like 5 minutes, just in silence.
Are you suggesting that I should personally request you to leave?
Judge Chang, I have sorted out my thoughts. I wonder if you, Judge Chang, would be willing to listen to my words.
Shen, don't refuse a gift and then demand a punishment.
Officer Ma, please calm down for now. I would like to hear Mr. Shen's analysis. Lo Shiwen is not the one who actually killed Miss Lu. Officer Ma is the one who did it.
Lord, Shen is slandering me. How can I not be angry?
Mr. Shen, please tell me, what is your reason for suspecting Officer Ma? After Mr. Chow left, Officer Ma did indeed enter Lo Shiwen's house. The charcoal brazier in the house was lit by Officer Ma, and he also cleaned up the footprints.
What a joke. Why would I have had the free time to go to Lo's house to light a brazier?
No. Your intention was to create a false impression of the time of death. By doing so, you could frame Lo Shiwen for the murder.
Shen, I just don't understand. Heating up the charcoal brazier in the room would accelerate the Heating up the charcoal brazier in the room would accelerate the decomposition of the body. If we ignore this, won't we be more likely to assume that the time of death was earlier instead? Shen, you're talking nonsense. Not even able to convince your own assistant.
The charcoal burner was specifically lit to mislead this person.
Anti-vu.
The charcoal brazier was specifically lit by Officer Ma for anti-vu. For me? Indeed, the person he truly intended to mislead was anti-vu. Because she is the most renowned coroner in the Jingzhou region. What do you mean by that? Auntie Vu has authority, and we rely entirely on her judgment to determine the time of death. Misleading her is equivalent to misleading everyone else. Can you tell me then, where have I been misled? A hot room can speed up the decomposition of a body. Others may overlook it, but Auntie Vu won't. Officer Ma precisely took advantage of this point. Taking Auntie Vu to the scene for the autopsy was actually to expose her to the stifling indoor heat. Wow, it's really hot in this room. Then he used his position as officer to make Auntie believe the room was always in such a state. But in fact, the charcoal brazier was lit by Officer Ma around noon when he entered Lo's house. Afterwards, Officer Ma and Soldier Chen guarded the door to ensure that the room would heat up. At that time, it was only 2 hours after Afu and I discovered the body. The impact of decomposition was very limited. And all of this, it was all to mislead Auntie Vu.
Gasp.
But the body was indeed discovered by you and Afu first, so how can it be said otherwise?
Even if Afu and I didn't find the body then, you'd find another reason to take Auntie Vu there. So that's how it is. If the brazier was lit only for 2 hours, the victim should have been killed around midnight. Around midnight, Lo Shiwen was still at Lo Pei's house, unable to be in 2 places at once. Officer Ma, did you really commit the murder?
It's a slander. It's all slander. Lord, it was Lo Shiwen who lit the charcoal brazier to burn the blood-stained coat. The fragments of clothes in the charcoal brazier are the evidence.
Because you took it from the well where it actually was dumped. And you put it in the fire for this specific reason.
You did do this. Shen is actually distorting the truth and slandering me.
If Lo Shiwen was the one who lit the charcoal brazier, Yang should have felt the stuffiness upon entering the room. But he had no impression of it at all. But...
Yeah,
But-
so it was taking me a second. It was taking me a second. I got it, I think.
I was trying to chase it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. There was no one inside the room, and I didn't notice anything unusual either. And the only person who entered the room after Yang was you, Officer Ma. Fastest bot killer in the
How
world,
do you
Stevie.
know that the... No, leave me alone. Okay,
What
anyway.
do you mean?
Sorry. No, Toshi's saying cheese squeaker.
No.
Leave me.
Toshi said Mooney slang it, and then Mooney complimented your speed, and then, yeah.
Yeah. I saw that, and that's why I meowed. And then Toshi said she's squeaky, and that's why I said, leave me alone.
I see.
Anyway,
How do you know that young heir isn't lying? What evidence do you have to claim that I entered the room?
Officer Ma's argument makes sense. Yang words cannot be entirely trusted. Mr. Shen, do you have any other way to prove that the charcoal brazier was lit by Officer Ma? This piece of evidence can also prove that the room was only stuffy for a short period of time.
present evidence. It's the strangulation marks.
Is it?
No,
Or are
it's
you
the
just being
buns.
sarcastic? Oh, yeah.
It's the buns.
Okay, don't
Sorry,
distract me
I
like
thought.
this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm very used to distracting you. Okay.
The box of steamed buns is the evidence. If meat buns are left in a stuffy environment for 6 hours, they will definitely spoil. But Afu tasted them at that time, and the buns were not spoiled.
Absolutely true.
Afu is your assistant, so if he says they're not spoiled, then they're not spoiled. I don't think you should taste them. I don't think we should trust you, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, someone bring the confiscated food box here. I will personally taste it. Shen, the food box is empty. Where did the buns inside go?
He ate them.
Your assistant ate all the spoiled buns. I clearly ate only one. And it was not spoiled. Right. Shen, it was Officer Ma. He fed all the buns to the dog. You dare to turn the tables on me? How can you accuse me of destroying evidence? Shen, what should we do now?
Let's look at this from a different perspective. Officer Ma was the last person to enter the crime scene. The blood-stained coat were most likely destroyed by him at the time. If we can prove this point, then everything will be proven. Oh,
hello, Raiders! Welcome, welcome!
Hello, Raiders! Hello,
The food of the
welcome.
week is Yakitori fried rice.
Welcome to the
and
stream, don't listen to Chidinma's madness. Hi Raiders, welcome. Hi, I'm the Zodiac Lord, and this is my friend Quietly Existing, and we are playing Murders on the Yangtze River. It's a sort of Ace Attorney style, kind of in that sort of same genre of games, like mystery crime solving games. And we're having a good time. That's alright. It's alright if you need to raid and run. We're just here to have a good time. We're here to have a fun time.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had some fun with DBD.
Some scruff with our end of the DBD. Oh, I'm sorry about that, I think. Assuming I know what that means. We are having fun.
It
Yay.
means things happened and things broke.
Yeah, so we're having a good time. We're just, we're playing a little fun game. It's very, very fun. Technically, y'all are jumping in at the, oh, that's unfortunate with Wi-Fi being mean. But yeah, we're, yeah, sorry for the Raiders. You're jumping in, like, right at the end of a case where we're trying to get the guy, but maybe that's just as exciting. Basically, we found a woman who was murdered in a closet, and or in a wardrobe, who, we're trying to pin, and we know it's the lead officer, and we're currently in an epic battle trying to outsmart him and outcraft him to try to prove that he did it. It's a
she
fun
was murdered
time.
in the closet. We tried to bring her out of the closet at least once.
Anyway, yeah, so we're having a really good time, and I hope you'll enjoy the game. We're gonna continue now. But yeah, anyway, hope you all enjoy.
Our cats are beautiful.
Yep. Why did we say that?
Basically, since Officer Ma is basically a police officer, and all cats are beautiful, or is a CAB, a cab.
You can say
Yeah.
ACAB.
I know I can say ACAB, but I just also think it's really funny just saying all cats are beautiful.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm dumb.
Which is okay. And it's because I saw a poster that once, and then I had someone else explain it to me, and I understood.
I say that I'm dumb as if I didn't, like, pin about 50% of this, like, about halfway through this game. I am dumb with anything that is not specifically these games.
Again, I was on a different track, so
you were on a different track. Well, we all came out because you were also suggesting the time of death was going to be definitely different, that kind of a thing. So we're all on like, and you also did mention the bracers.
And again, I did also know, like, hey, yeah, the what's it called? What is it called? I knew about livor mortis.
Yeah, you did know about.
I remember that off the top of my head.
You know forensic things.
I know forensic things.
And this is why we are Shenjin Binganafu.
Yeah.
Two very different
You're
people.
the forensics guy, I'm the detective guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna forget her name and the joke's not gonna work now. Shit. God damn it. I was
Namaste?
just watching an episode today! I literally just watched 2 episodes before I got here! Oh god, what's her name? Oh no.
Oh no!
What's her name? You know, the one from Monk, the lady. Oh no, god damn it. My brain wants to say like Shirley and Shannon, and it's not those!
Lady from
gonna look her up. I'm just gonna look it up.
Enter. Lady from Monk. Let's see. Biddy Schramm. Sharona.
No? Sharona! You're the Sharona to my Monk.
Sorry,
there we go. We did it. We got it. Yay! We did it.
Sorry, I read the first thing. It's from Lady from Monk, and it says like the actual actress's name. I'm like, yes.
No!
Like, it was like Elizabeth Natalie Schramm, born birthday, is an American actress best known for playing Sharona Fleming in the television series
Sharona,
Monk.
that's her name. I can't believe I always forget it. Anyway.
Sharona.
We may continue now. Now that the stream has watched us argue about nothing for 10 minutes.
Okay. Right. There doesn't seem to be many people who know about Lope's bloodstained coat. Lord, the bloodstained coat was clearly burned by Lo Shi-wen. Shen is distorting the truth.
No. This evidence proves that the person who burned the bloodstained coat is not a Lo Shi-wen. Is it going to be the thing in the well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we right? Yeah! Everyone, please take a look at this. These are fragments of broken rice cake and the belt of Lope's windcoat. Afu found these in the dry well near Lope's house. They have been discarded by Lo Shi-wen.
He was so bad at this, or pinning this, trying to pin this on us.
I know,
okay,
he's
anyway.
so bad at it.
What do these things have to do with me? Like leaving them in the well?
I hadn't figured it
My
out
guy, my
before.
When
Why
water
did
went
Lo
into that
Shi-wen
well-
separately dispose of the belt and the coat? If the intention was to destroy them, why not burn them together? Indeed. Why would he do so? There is only one reason that can explain it. Lo Shi-wen didn't intend to burn that coat. He disposed of the evidence by throwing the coat and the cake together into the dry well. See, I think it's not necessarily entirely stupid, if only because,
Yeah.
it's a dry well, so people aren't going to actively be using it. So I'm sure the logic was just get rid of it in this deep hole in the ground that no one's going to look in. Unless, of course, I get arrested for murder.
Which makes perfect sense. It's just also really funny to think, okay, if that well starts working and people try to pull up water from it and they're going to find bloodied water.
See, at that point though, it
rice
would have
cake
been
mush.
Well, it's at that point it would have. Well, at that point, I think at a certain point, by the time a dry well starts working, I'm pretty sure the rice cakes would have all been gone. At a minimum. But also, like at that point, it would have been so long that nobody would have nobody would have known. Like it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have mattered anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, he disposed of the evidence by throwing the coat and the cake together into the dry well.
Gasp! It is indeed quite common for perpetrators to dispose of evidence in multiple locations.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That was a Western-style coat, and the belt should be inserted into the belt loops in the back.
Especially when it's one outfit instead of, like, a knife and also shoes and, like, things. There is something that everyone is unaware of.
That's also true.
Their discarded rake head underneath the well, and the belt got caught on it. The belt would have come off when Officer Ma pulled up the coats.
After all, Officer Ma is big and tall, unable to go down to the well like Afu, who is a little itty-bitty man.
I am just a small little guy.
That's why he didn't take the broken cake and the belt from the bottom of the well.
These are all your speculations. Just speculations. We have resolved a doubt.
Indeed.
I did not go to find any bloodstained coats, nor did I arrange for anyone else to do so. It is possible that Lo Shi-wen took the blood-stained coat back. It has nothing to do with me.
Lo Shi-wen is awake now. Did he go down the well to retrieve his blood-stained coat? Just ask him. Officer Ma, it is an undeniable fact that you have investigated the dry well. This can prove it.
It's a
The
string.
thin thread.
Red and yellow thread
From his
outfit, I guess.
sword. From his little
Oh no,
sword
his sword.
hilt.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
It's a sword hilt.
The decisive
Nope.
evidence is this thin thread.
Absurd! What can a single thread prove?
This thin thread was found in the gap between the bricks of the well wall. The thread is clean and intact, not exposed to sun or rain. Clearly it got stuck in recently. What is the connection between this thin thread and Officer Ma?
Judge Sheng, this thin thread is red and yellow. Its color is quite distinctive. The red part of it is dark crimson, not dye color. It looks more like long dried bloodstains. Yellow part also appears aged. Originally it should have been a bright yellow color.
May I kindly ask both of you to explain more clearly? I would like to point out the connection between this thread and Officer Ma. Right here. Right here.
I have no idea. Well, I don't know where it is. I think it's on his hat.
No. This thin thread. It is the tassel from Officer Ma's sword. I didn't realize it was blood. I just thought it was dye. But I guess it could
I
be blood.
thought it was dye. I guess it's blood.
The tassel has dried bloodstains on it, which is a unique characteristic of Officer Ma's sword. I just thought it was dye. The thread got
thought it
stuck
was
in the
dye, too.
crevice as Officer Ma leaned over the well, prodding with his sword.
It might be the thing of like a traditional thing
Maybe.
of like a hey yeah
Perhaps.
yeah. Okay, so no, that wasn't like the blood from there. There was a reason why it was bloodstained. Okay, but also, why do you keep it bloodstained?
Anyway,
Whatever. Anyway,
Ma,
during
during the pursuit of a fugitive, you damaged your scabbard. The blood-stained tassel moved me. I borrowed your sword and had a new scabbard crafted using high-quality wood.
Okay.
Just now, I took a look close at this thread, and indeed, it is from your tassel.
No, it's not me. I did investigate that well, but I didn't find anything. It's also possible that someone else took the bloodstained coat before I have the chance.
Are we gonna untie this poor guy on the ground? He's been kneeling there for hours, man.
It's okay. He's fine. He's not a scholar, so you know he can kneel.
Officer Ma, didn't you just say you didn't order anyone to look for the bloodstained coat?
Except
Except
Lo
Lo
Shi Wen. Everyone who knew about the bloodstained coat was at Lo Pei's house. It was only you, me, Afu, and Judge Cheng who knew about it.
Ah!
Officer Ma, what is the truth behind all of this? Is it time for a little breakdown?
I'm going to kill you.
There we go. There it is.
Shen, stop accusing others without evidence. Don't blame the weapons if harm comes your way.
Officer Ma, for now, please put down the sword.
Lord, Shen is being too oppressive. I have been wronged and treated unfairly. I cannot accept it in my heart.
Even if I believe that you are being unjustly treated, you still need to give me an explanation for the blood-stained coat.
Shen has a silver tongue. It's hard for me to defend myself.
If you have evidence to prove your innocence, that would be acceptable too.
The murder weapon.
Lord, if I have a way to prove my innocence, could you please help in bringing charges against Shen for false
Accusations.
accusations?
For this matter,
Accusation.
the punishment for false accusations in our dynasty is severe, but Mr. Shen was invited by me.
Are you suggesting, my lord, that you have made up your mind to show favoritism?
History.
We get the later
or
of the
facts.
fact of crime. Okay. Fact.
Crime of false accusations. According to the Great Qing Legal Code, it is stipulated that those who falsely accuse others and receive a flogging shall also be punished with a second-degree offense for crimes of exile, penal servitude, or caning. The accuser shall be punished with a... What?
Caning.
Caning. The accuser shall be punished with a third-degree offense in addition to the original false accusations, with a maximum limit of 100 canings and a 3,000-mile exile. If the accused has already served their sentence, and it is later proven that they were wrongly accused, they shall be released and their belongings returned to them. However, toll fees for the distance traveled during the exile shall be deducted from the accused person's accounts and compensated to the falsely accused. Therefore, the accuser not only bears the punishment for the false accusations, but also faces additional penalties and compensation, thus granting justice to the falsely accused. However, due to various limitations of the era, false accusations were still prevalent during the Qing dynasty, 1636 to 1912.
The reason for that? Probably because of cops.
A cab.
Anyway.
Judge Chang, if Officer Ma is truly innocent, I am willing to accept punishment.
Chen!
Officer Ma, can you speak out now? What can prove your innocence?
Yes.
All cats are beautiful.
Sorry, one thing.
Yeah, good. We're paused. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll let you guys know about this important fact, Raiders. I'm not allowed to put a poll on Twitch anymore, according to thezodiaclord.com, because he'll get mad at me. But if you want to see your food in the food of the week, post it in the comment of where he said he was streaming on Twitch. I mean on Twitter, when he said he was streaming on Twitter. And post it in the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
Lord Shen's accusations against me are all based on speculation and have no basis. I have never seen that bloodstained coat, so I cannot provide any explanation for it. It is possible that Yang burned the clothing since he is an accomplice of Lo Shi Wen. Why are you trying to drag this poor man in there? To determine my innocence, all you need to do is take a look at the hands of the deceased.
Auntie Vu, is there anything special about the hands of the deceased? The fingertips have abrasions and bruises, with the nails and surrounding skin being damaged. These are the resistance wounds left by her struggling to scratch and claw before death. Therefore, do you believe that the murderer would have scratch marks on their body? More precisely, on his hands. The logic I've explained to Officer Ma before is that the cases of asphyxiation. The victim will, by instinct, grab the source of the strangling force and pull outward to resist. Therefore, it often leaves scratch marks on the murderer's hands.
That's why I couldn't find them.
But, Auntie, wasn't the murder weapon in this case a scroll painting? Miss Liu, when resisting, would have been grabbing the scroll, right?
Take a closer look at that painting. Are there scratch marks on it?
There are no scratch marks, only some signs of compression.
No wall dust or fleur dirt in the victim's hair or back shows that she was strangled from behind. The murderer's hands would be placed near the center of the scroll as to control the victim. Since the victim wasn't able to grab the scroll during the struggle, she'd only grab the hand. You mean by simply examining Officer Ma's hand, we can determine if he is the real murderer? This is just my humble opinion. You rolled up his sleeves.
Can't see my hands.
Interesting.
My hands are clean and clear. I'm innocent. Auntie, is it possible that Officer Ma wore gloves when he committed the crime?
He might have worn bracers. The girl scratched her nails when she struggled. She grabbed so hard, even though through the clothes, there would be bruises.
What do you have to say now, Shen? The legal code states the crime of false accusation shall be punished with a third-degree offense. What is the crime you falsely accuse me of? Murder? That's a capital crime.
Mr. Shen, Officer Ma has already presented the evidence. Do you still insist that he is the murderer? You can still withdraw the charges now, and I will treat everything as if it never happened.
Favoritism. Shen, shall we take time to consider this matter thoroughly? Although, it's frustrating to let Officer Ma escape in this case, we'll have to accept it.
It appears that Mr. Shen cannot find any loopholes either.
Lord, in such a situation, can we really not consider Mr. Shen's accusations as a false accusation?
Know when to stop, Officer Ma.
No.
It seems this case won't have a conclusion anytime soon. Let's adjourn the hearing for today. Wait a moment! Judge, I still firmly believe that Officer Ma is the murderer. Mr. Shen, even so, are you confident you can prove conclusively that Officer Ma is the killer? I'd like to give it a try.
Shen, did you simply disregard what Auntie Vu said earlier as if it was nothing? I was initially planning to let you off the hook for Lord's sake, but now it is far from over. No, you weren't. You were going to get us arrested.
Mr. Shen, I can only give you one chance. Thank you, Judge Chang. One chance is enough.
Shen, how do you plan to prove it
I
then?
know what it is. I know the answer. I've known for so long.
This is the same
I'll
problem I
not
have with Ace
deal
Attorney.
with-
I know the answer. Let me do the answer. You can't.
Ralphie
Nobody can
Mark
see
can
me
kill-
dancing around in my chair as I'm rapidly shaking my head in frustration.
It's okay. We all know you know the answer. It's fine.
I know the answer.
I will say this is slightly better than Ace Attorney because they do get to the point a little bit faster than Ace Attorney does.
I don't know
Only
what
a
you
little
mean.
bit. Ace Attorney would
don't know what you mean.
spend about 20 minutes repeating the same thing. Like that scene of
What?
oh, he had there should be damage
mean
marks
about the
on the
defense
on the person's
buildability?
body. Like that would have taken 20 minutes and it would have been 20 minutes of fucking Phoenix repeating exactly what people just told him over and over again in his own mind, and then them asserting of yes, so that means that the murderer should have these marks on their body. Yes, that is what that certainly means. At least in this case, half the time we don't even see Shen's thoughts. He just sits there in silence for a moment, so it really makes the pacing so much
He just
faster.
sweats.
He
He
just sweats and or contemplates deeply. Anyway.
Yes. Did Officer Ma conceal the wound in some way?
Yes, because he was wearing arm guards.
Or is it possible that Mr. Liu's finger injury was not a defense wound?
No, it was. I just reviewed the case in my mind palace, and the current line of reasoning seems to be correct. However, Officer Ma has presented a counter-argument from a new angle. We should also shift our perspective and consider alternative angles. Instead of discussing whether something is true or not, let's take a moment to contemplate. Why are there no scratches on Officer Ma's hands? Mr.
Very
Shen,
important
please
question.
present the evidence. One possible explanation for the lack of scratches on Officer Ma's hands is the book. Wait. because I know it's this. Yeah, no, it definitely has to be this. Yes? Right?
Yeah. We can even look
Okay,
at it
good.
first if you want to make sure.
No, it's too late. I already
Okay,
did.
yeah. You did it. You did it.
I am a man of commitment. Definitely. The reason why there are no scratches on Officer Ma's hands is... it's because he was wearing arm guards. Not long ago, he had arm guards reinforced by a blacksmith.
Shen, are you kidding me? The arm guards protect the forearm, not the hand. What if Officer Ma used his arms to hold the scroll tightly?
It wouldn't be tightly secured. There'd be bruises on the chin, even if she didn't break free. But what if he just used the arm guards to strangle her?
Yeah.
But in fact, she only had strangulation marks on her neck.
Only strangulation marks on the neck.
Mr. Shen, there are no injuries on Officer Ma's hands. Even if I agree with your argument, it is still difficult to conclusively determine that he is the murderer, isn't it? He could have killed her wearing arm guards, but it's also possible he's not related at all. If we were to find out the true weapon used for this case, things would be totally different. The true murder weapon? Isn't the murder weapon the scroll? The true murder weapon is... the arm guard.
I'm guided.
It's all coming together, baby. The true murder weapon is actually the arm guard.
Gasp.
What? How do you explain that? Miss Lu was indeed strangled from behind by Officer Ma. It was not the scroll that strangled her, but rather the arm of Officer Ma wearing a guard. When Miss Lu struggled, she grabbed the reinforced arm guard of Officer Ma. That's why there were no scratch marks left on Officer Ma's hands.
This is all speculation. You have no evidence.
The strangulation marks on Miss Lu's neck are the evidence. Compare the strangulation marks with the measurements of the arm guards in the manual. Your arm guard straps perfectly match the vertical bars of the strangulation mark.
Yeah.
The width of the strangulation marks also matches the better compared to the scroll painting. All contact leaves traces. Even if you destroy the arm guards, Blacksmith Chung Ta can help verify the truth.
Then why do the straps on the scroll painting also match perfectly?
The scroll painting is a meticulously prepared fake weapon. The straps on the scroll painting were dismantled from the arm guards. Huh. I guess. I found it strange before as well. Scroll paintings are usually bound with silk ribbons. Why is there a leather strap on this scroll painting? And why are there two of them? This must be your attempt to cover up after noticing the strangulation marks left behind by the arm guards. Confess, Officer Ma. You can no longer deny it. Ooh, long one. Ooh, very long one. Ooh, very long.
Very long.
Ooh, so long. It keeps going.
Just keep going.
Still going.
Watching.
How long is it going to go?
Keep
Is it going
going.
to go off screen? Oh, no. It's now we're on double line. There it is.
Stop.
Breakdown. This is the saddest breakdown I've ever seen. What a sad little man.
It was indeed me who killed her.
Matoe. Why? Why did you kill a female editor?
She was just a girl.
Girl.
You. Say something.
She wouldn't publish my book.
Officer Ma killed Miss Lu. Perhaps for the sake of this person.
Lupe.
For his boyfriend.
For his boyfriend.
Miss Lu had a simple social relationship in the town. Apart from Lo Shiwen, the only person with a motive to kill her is Lope. Lope? But wasn't Lu Picheng his editor? The child, Tian Tian, witnessed a conflict between the two of them. The cause was that Miss Lu wanted Lope to announce Lo Shiwen as a co-author of the novel. This is just Lo Shiwen's nonsense. No one in town believes it. Rumors can sometimes be closer to the truth, even if they are based on baseless claims. What do you mean by that? I've read Lope's novels, and during the investigation, I have also seen Lo Shiwen's manuscripts. As detective stories, the core tricks in both their works are truly designed by one person. Why doesn't anyone believe in Lo Shiwen, then? Lope's stories have vivid characters and tightly woven plots to keep readers engaged. Lo Shiwen's writing seems like a mere list of events, making it tedious and boring to read. Therefore, everyone assumes that he is simply jealous of Lope. But Lu Picheng noticed this matter. I found a half-written letter on Lo Shiwen's desk, and the handwriting appears from Miss Lu. Based on its content, Miss Lu intends to expose Lupe. This move might have caused Lope to panic, so he took advantage of the admiration from Officer Ma and instigated him to commit murder.
No, Master Lo is innocent. It's all my fault for acting on my own. Liu Picheng was bewitched by someone and wanted to destroy Master Lo. I couldn't bear to watch any longer, so I resorted to this plan.
What? What do you mean?
That day, when Master Lo invited me for tea, I finally knew. As editor, Liu Picheng planned to force me list Lo Shiwen as a co-author of Master Lo's novel. Lo Shiwen is indeed a heavy smoker. At that time, I was so furious that I drew my sword and pointed it towards the sky. It is truly heartbreaking to see Master Lo's lifelong reputation be ruined in this way. But Master Lo was kind and comforted me. Liu Picheng was resolved and he is indifferent to fame. He said he had arranged a chat with Lo Shiwen last night to give him a chance to mend his ways. Upon hearing this, I came up with a plan. If I kill Lo Picheng and frame Lo Shiwen, I can protect Master Lo. So, the crumbs on the corners of Miss Liu's mouth was also planted by you to frame Lo Shiwen? Those were placed by me when I entered the scene for the second time.
Please tell me what happened last night.
Mr. Shen had already explained most of what happened last night. Again, another difference from these attorney.
I know.
Sorry.
Instead of recapping the whole thing, we're gonna skip to the good shit.
I spent the whole night following Liu Picheng and looking for a chance to kill her. I heard her arguing with that untrusty Lo Shiwen and saw her crying by the bridge. After she encountered Mr. Shen and Afu, she suddenly ran to Lo Shiwen's house. This gave me the perfect opportunity. At that moment, Lo Picheng focused on writing a letter and didn't notice me behind her. When I glimpsed at the context, I was even more certain of her guilt. From behind her. After she died, I tied the belt of my arm guard to the scroll and put the corpse in the wardrobe. In this way, I thought I could blame everything on Lo Shiwen, but I never expected.
Never expected.
Never expected Lo Shiwen to also be committing a murder that night.
Never expected, the ghost in the mirror or something. How does that song go? I cannot
You
remember
didn't
the song.
expect that around the same time, Lo Shiwen had decided to kill Lo Pei.
Yeah. Cutscene!
Fucked up.
I'm sorry. Just the image of I will place your mustache on you just so I can
Ever
stab
so
you for
delicately. Ever so delicately replace the mustache. Fate plays tricks on us. You are trying to frame Lo Shiwen for murder. So Lo Shiwen, on the other hand, was the one who murdered Lo Pei. 2 crimes of passion, but 2 different sorts of passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Lo Shiwen unexpectedly had an alibi in relation to this case. You had to go back to burn the coat and heat the charcoal to mislead Auntie Vu.
How many lies you have told me, Matiwa. Matiwe. Matawe. I'm fine.
Matawe.
Matawe. Fucking hell.
A lie often requires another lie to cover it up.
First line, Chapter 7, The Confined Room Mystery. Mr. Shen, you are also...
Come on. Take Matawe to jail.
Hey, great job, everyone.
Sold.
Sold. Okay,
The
so
case
you
has
did
been
it.
solved.
50 minutes later at the court's prison cell, Chen Chengping explained to Lo Shiwen what had happened in the courtroom.
I'm so foolish. I said many rude things to Miss Lear. When everyone laughed at me and called me a crazy person, I wish someone would believe me. Even if there were only one. When this person finally appeared, I didn't believe her and instead suspected her motives. What others said is true. I am ungrateful and vicious.
But now I'm thinking, because... folds my hands. But now I'm
Okay.
realizing we have to, like, either metaphorically or literally take him with us, because, again, our whole goal is we're trying to figure out who the guy who wrote the closed room mystery. Because they apparently know exactly how the crime was committed. And now we found out that that's Lo Shiwen. Lo Shiwen's the one who did that. So... that's interesting. That's fun.
That's something we have to deal with now. It's like, hey.
Yeah, now we gotta deal with this
the
man.
person we were looking for was you.
Unfortunately.
Not. Yeah.
You are ungrateful and vicious. It's not all your fault. Well, you did murder a man, but, you know.
You did.
After being suppressed for so too long, it is inevitable that you will doubt yourself. But you did murder a man.
Mr. Shen, I once framed you, but you helped me instead. I didn't murder a man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Never murdered.
Actually, I
Murder is
did it
only-
for myself.
You murdered the man.
I
We all
came
know
to
this.
you to learn about the book, The Confined Room Mystery.
We mainly want to know how you came up with a twist in that book. Why do you have to ask about this book? I, I, I don't know.
Was he high when he fucking wrote it? I bet he was high.
Don't know.
I bet he was smoking and he was
He
high
was
as
probably
shit.
on opium. He was on
He
so
was so
much opium.
so much opium.
So much
I
opium.
bet you.
Mr. Shen, you are really smart. You have seen through me completely that you were high. The confined room mystery. That's the real reason why I killed Lope. What?
What?
Half a year ago, Lupe went to Yangtze with Miss Liu to visit the Golden Words. After returning, he wrote the confined room mystery. The other day, Miss Liu came to see me. She said that she found out that the ideas in Mr. Lei's book were not his own. She thought it was wrong. I was a co-worker, author of his books. Lope should have put my name on it. I went to talk to Lope, but he keeps showing me how successful the confined room mystery was. And saying he could write books on his own. I'm dispensable. So that's the only one you didn't work on? This is really irritating. I was not angry. I know I'm useless. I'm good at nothing but the Imperial examination. Master Lo has a brilliant literary talent. He's made many friends in that circle. Only he can turn my ideas into stories. Seeing fans like the twist of in the story, my heart, actually, I'm very happy.
But the confined room mystery made you realize that you're not the only one. Oh, okay, back up. Back away.
How can you use other people's plot twists?
Back away. Take a few steps back.
Then what is the point of my life? Since my life has no meaning. And then let's die together.
Back up. Oh. Huh.
Oh. That's why I killed him. That's why I killed
Okay,
him.
I need you to back up.
That's why I killed him.
Back away. I think you need to moisturize your eyes.
Mr. Shen, Lo Shiwen is going crazy again. You should leave right now. It's time to give him smoking cessation pills.
Well,
He needs his nicotine.
yeah, he needs his
Shen.
nicotine patches.
Is it a bad thing to have passion for something?
Why do you suddenly ask me this?
I feel that both Officer Ma and Lo Shiwen generally love detective novels. But both of them killed someone because of it. I wouldn't do that. I wonder if one day I wouldn't do that. My love of science will make me do bad things too.
This is such a
I
Chidinma
wouldn't
question.
do that. I wouldn't do that, guys. Just.
Lo Pei bears a great responsibility for Lo Shiwen's current situation. As for the problem you mentioned, I think we only need to distinguish between the love and fanaticism. It is a good twist. It means we still have to go find whoever he fucking plagiarized.
Yeah.
Officer Ma's blind worship of is a kind of fanaticism.
It's also the worst thing too because we know that he probably did it when he went to visit the Golden Words with Liu,
Yes.
who is dead.
Yep. It's great. It's rad. Lo Shiwen gradually became extreme due to the excessive obsession. It's kind of different. It's a different kind of fanaticism. True love is rational.
I see.
Do you?
No. But can people say rational when it comes to things they truly care about?
I would know. I'm autistic. Anyway, goodbye. I probably have some tragic backstory of my own that fucking...
I mean, you do. That's why Shen is like, hey, I'm searching for my brother's murderer. This is kind of important, guys.
Yeah.
Trust.
Soldiers found the arm guards of Marteway's residence that had not been disposed of yet. Several scratches were also found on them. This case should be a solid one, without a doubt. That's good to know. Mr. Shen is truly a master detective, having successfully solved 2 cases in a row. Your praise is too kind, Judge Chang. And we owe much to Afu's assistance, too.
He says ha ha ha, but like, you know, they go hee hee hee.
You are really awesome. You are sick as fuck, as they say.
I'm sorry, it's one of those things where it's like, when old people say awesome, it just sounds off, okay? It sounds wrong.
You are radical. Quite sick as hell. You've got all that riz.
This was another banger case, detective.
Auntie Vu, thank you.
There.
I'm talking about Mr. Shen. Child, you should learn from him.
Please stop. Certainly I should.
A Rizzler.
Auntie, it is your analysis that has provided direction for this case. You're being modest. If you hadn't exposed Martyway's plot, I'd have almost become his accomplice. He was extremely sus. Well, may I consult you about a question regarding the posture of a corpse? Go ahead. Chugping introduced the characteristics of a corpse to Auntie Vu. What you described, called opisthotonus, strongly resembles Kianji poison.
Kianji poison?
A poison made from Nux vomica. After ingestion, it causes intense full-body contortions and agonizing pain. It results in a posture with a head and feet meet, resembling being tracted, hence the name.
What a horrible thing.
The toxic component of Nux vomica is known as strychnine. Strychnine. A Western medicine. The London police have carefully examined the body and found no traces of strychnine. I'm not an expert in Western medicine, but since you say so, it must have been repeatedly verified. Yes. Forensic science is vast and profound, and I only have a superficial understanding of it. I will discuss with the old coroners I know and reply to you later.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Auntie Vu.
Lord, I met a boatman at the dock just now. He seemed to be looking for Mr. Shen. Shen, Uncle Wonk is here to pick us up.
In that case, you two should hurry up and hit the road. Officer Ma is being held in another cell, but I still intend to have a chat with him. Judge Cheng, let us part ways here then. Alright, gotta go retrace all our steps first.
You can just add the 4.
Puppy!
Puppy. Good dog. In this game, you can pet the dog.
You can pet the dog, baby.
Hey. The basket. Why is that? Oh, there's a kid in it. Okay. I knew it. I'm like, hey, the kid's. I was right. Tian, why are you hiding here?
Oh, Tian was eavesdropping on a conversation, and then, fell asleep.
What did you hear then?
Someone said Master Wu is a fraud, and everyone sighed and went back to their rooms feeling sad. Tian has been saying all along that Master Wu is a bad person. Next time Tian will tell Sister Wu about this news.
It seems that Tian is still unaware of Mrs. Liu's death. He will definitely be saddened once he finds out. Soldier, why did you tear down the notice? Ocho has checked it. It's useless now. Why?
The Imperial examination system was abolished years ago. This is not a real exam pass list.
What is the story behind this list then?
Abolition of the Imperial examination. In 1900, the Eight-Nation Alliance occupied Beijing, dealing a severe blow to the Qing government. To salvage the situation, Empress Dowager Cixi announced the implementation of reforms the following year, including reforms to the imperial examination system. These reforms abolished the eight-legged essay, focused on current affairs and practical matters, and transformed old academies into modern schools. The transition was originally planned to take place gradually over 10 years, but opposition from conservatives grew increasingly strong. In 1905, Zheng Zidong and others petitioned for the immediate abolition of the imperial examination system. Shortly thereafter, Empress Dowager Cixi issued an edict, formally ending the 1,000-year-old imperial examination system. It must have been prepared specifically for Mr. Chow.
Chow spent his whole life taking the exams. The imperial examination system was abolished. It's hard for him to accept. I suppose it's better to let him believe the exams still exist than to have no hope at all. It's not too much trouble for me to come and stick one up every year either.
It's so weirdly
That's so sweet.
It's weirdly so sweet.
Shan, with the exam system abolished, does it mean that the scholar's lifelong studies are all wasted?
Rather than saying his studies were wasted, we can say the purpose of learning has changed.
But the old scholar is already in an advanced stage. Lope and Lo Shiwen are also scholars. Did they begin to write novels because of this?
Reform is like a torrential storm, and people inevitably get swept up in it.
Why was the imperial examination system abolished then?
To introduce modern schools and education, old practices need to be abolished. This is the way of development.
I do not like development.
I got an achievement, apparently.
Yay!
I guess we got all the all the information about that stuff. Young lad, nice to see you again. Would you like me to help you improve your detective skills?
Right now, I don't want to become the next target like Master Le.
Young people's sub-aspirations change quickly. It's alright. I have other books here.
Bless you.
Thank you.
No.
Shall we take a look at the new book, The New Tales of Mr. Braggadocio? And this book, The New Story of the Stone, will surely open your mind after reading it.
The new story of the stone is related to opening one's mind?
You have no idea what this book is about. It tells a
I don't.
sci-fi story of someone brought back to life and using a submarine to travel everywhere.
I want to read it. Alas, so many things happened in one
Make a
night.
great detective story.
Write it down. You could be the next Master Lao. Junta, the case has been solved. It was Officer Ma who killed Miss Liu. Yes, I heard about it. Thanks to your ironwork manual, we were able to bring Officer Ma to justice. I'm glad it was helpful.
He's very helpful and nice.
It's very helpful and nice.
Yeah, super nice.
I heard the two detectives who like rice cakes.
Oh, they like to eat buns.
Oh, well, let's go buy some too.
Just because we ate the buns because they weren't spoiled.
Afu, what are you looking for?
You know how it is when there's just, what? How come Mr. Cow's space race stall is gone?
I suppose it must have closed down after selling out.
Well, I was planning to get some steamed buns to take on the road. I was looking for Ghost, actually, in the corner of my vision, because I saw some shadows that were moving, and so I had to stare at them to make them go away.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to be this guy?
Yeah, okay.
Oh my, you are finally back.
I'm sorry, Uncle Wong. We encountered a case that caused delays.
I figured it would be like this. Let's hurry and get on the boat first.
Boat.
开船啦！站稳喽！
Like sail. Steady yourself. I don't
Whee.
like how boats work.
It's lovely.
No, I hate it actually.
What do you mean? It's beautiful. Look.
The fact that he pushes the stick into the ground. To
Yeah, it
push
sure is, Mooney.
along.
That's the voice. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he's going to be cowboy now. Because at least that's what I can consistently do and know I can do it consistently, okay? It's gonna be Southern Cowboy because that's a consistent voice style. And I didn't realize this was gonna be a recurring character, okay, Moody?
I had a feeling he was
So
going to be a
anyway.
recurring character. It's beautiful.
We did it, guys. Great job. We finished the game.
Yep.
Yep.
Also, what were you saying about the stick?
Oh, because the way that it works is that the stick is pushing into, like, the ground. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it could technically just be pushing to the water, but, like, pushing into the ground and you're pushing, it
Yeah.
requires so much strength. And
Yeah.
also, it has to be a strong pull because that way it doesn't break.
Yeah?
I don't
And?
like it.
Why?
I explained. Shipmaster, with this flywheel, we can continue our journey.
Afu, you are just like your father. Relentless in experiments, neglecting anything else.
Nope, I never neglect anything for any reason at all. Oh, has he also burned a generator while experimenting?
I have never burned anything.
Huh. Things he's burned are much bigger than generators.
I have not burned
Well, there's time later, I'll tell you more. For now, let's just replace this flywheel.
Again, I'm still reminded of the story of how my dad somehow like set the stove on fire to the point where it like burnt the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't burn things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was bad because I remember having to leave the house. It's been a truly long day, hasn't it?
Indeed. 2 consecutive murder cases in a single day.
Chen, you've had a busy day too. Get some rest now.
No rush. I need to make some case records.
See, I thought that the red string thing was just a thing for the cutscene, not like a, hey, he actually
No,
has...
of course he has a
people.
conspiracy. This is about the murder of his brother. Of course he has a conspiracy board.
But I thought it was a visual for the characters, for us to see what he means and what's going on.
No.
Not like he actually physically has a conspiracy.
Chat, if someone you loved was murdered in a mysterious circumstance, would you have a conspiracy board? Because I would, personally.
I wouldn't, because I probably would know who the murderer is.
Would you?
Yes!
How would you know that?
Because I'm psychic and I would have a dream about it.
Sure.
It's true, trust me on this.
It's a family trait to burn things? Apparently so.
Nuh-uh.
You haven't slept all night either. Why not take a break?
Blacksmith Star helped me make a spring. I want to sell my invention.
What new invention do you have now?
It's a springy thingy. It's a secret. Once I finish it, you'll find out.
Don't burn the generator again.
Don't worry, I'll pay attention to the voltage this time.
I
2
will
days
not pay
later.
attention to the voltage. I did not pay attention to the voltage. Shen, I didn't pay attention to the
Shit, I burnt the generator again.
I would not be the murderer, okay?
You might.
Probably. Probably. Okay, I probably would not be the murderer, guys. Trust me on this. Anyway, Shen, the captain has steered the ship towards Yangchao.
Sure. Let's visit the Golden Words publishing house. Hopefully, we'll discover something there.
Shen, how about telling me more about that case? It's flashback time.
Flashback,
can help you.
flashback, monologue.
Flashback.
Certainly.
Flashback,
Let me save real
flashback.
quick before I forget.
Yeah. Saved. Confirmed.
We're still in the Lady in the Wardrobe.
Well, because we're wrapping it up, presumably.
I know.
We don't know what our
we're
next
still
case
wrapping
is.
up.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I was planning to go through the case again from the beginning.
From what I heard from Mooney, the next case is this flashback.
Oh,
Shen,
fun.
are the details of the crime in Lope's novel really identical to this case? Oh, English voice time? Fun.
Indeed. It all started 3 years ago.
Do we want to turn on for English voice?
Well, we're just gonna see what happens. 3 years ago, I was studying law in Boston.
Okay, so it's definitely English voice now.
In August, at the time of the same year, I received a message from Joseph, a good friend of my brother, informing me that my brother had died mysteriously in his apartment in London. Determined to uncover the truth, I decided to travel to London.
English voice?
Look at us.
Look at him, he's spiffy.
Look at us in our silly little outfit. In our little gentleman outfit.
Can I hear it?
Ooh, late
Can I hear
music.
English voice?
Yay!
Yay!
I'm turning it off immediately, though. I'm not going through all of this with the voice acting on.
Oh, okay, fine.
We can't read for just the Chinese sections and let the English voice acting go.
No, you're good. That makes sense. You're understandable. I understand this. I just want to hear more of the things and the voices so I can hear what they say.
The greenhouse ahead is where my brother met his fate. Voice is on. My brother's apartment is not in this direction.
He's not talking to anyone.
This is the place.
Hello. May I ask if this is Officer Jones?
It's not. It's not the voice that I expected, to be honest. To be frank.
Ye are?
I am John Shen, brother of Brian Shen.
I know why. I know why, but
I
also
hate America. I hate America sometimes. Anyway.
this isn't. Oh yeah, this is America. Yeah,
Yeah, they're in Boston.
they're in Boston. Yes.
I hate America sometimes.
My close friend Brian Shen's younger brother, John Shen, is about to arrive in London. Please guide him to inspect Brian's death scene and facilitate his access to the case files. Joseph is Scariot Bell. Since it's Joseph's request, I'll surely coordinate with you.
I just want to hear him talk one more time.
I'm Corby Jones, investigating your brother's case. Just call me Jones.
Thank you for your help.
Okay. Can I
Okay.
turn it off now?
Yeah, for now. Do you want to hear other characters' voices and how they sound?
Yay! Thanks.
We'll do it later. Scotland Yard. In 1829, the British Parliament passed the Modern Professional Police Act for the first time, establishing the Metropolitan Police Service, with its headquarters located at the 4 Whitehall Square. Because the public entrance faces the Great Scotland Yard Street, the public gradually referred to the London Police as Scotland Yard. Its jurisdiction covers 32 boroughs, such as Westminster and Camden.
Good old Camden. I don't know where Camden is.
Speaking of which, your brother's scene looks rather eerie. Young man, you sure you want to step in?
I'm sure.
Alright. Hey, if you're checking the scene, come away to the office. We'll sort out some paperwork. Come away to the office. Hey, we can wrap up the case then.
I will say I love it whenever people have thick accents and they write out the accents.
Yeah, because it's very much helpful in, like, learn. One of the things is that I do want to try and learn more accents, but it's really hard
Me
to
too.
find, like, accent points and everything like that.
Yeah,
So,
well, it's like the best way
yeah.
to learn is to try to find people who will give you rules, because when you understand certain rules, it can be a lot easier. That's how I started. I'm not good at it, but that's how I started to learn how to do a French accent. Because when you learn some really basic rules, it can start helping, but like doing them on command is difficult, especially whenever things like try to imply someone has a thick accent, but then they write it in like
English.
a completely non-accent way, which is like not always wrong, but it's like in certain
Yeah.
situations where when you have an accent, you might not say something a certain way. So when you write it with a certain sentence structure, I don't have a good example off the top of my head. It can make it very. It's kind of like when you do a country accent, for example.
Yeah.
There's certain words that you might skip or you might not say out in full in certain when you usually have a country cadence. Sometimes you do, but not always. But like, and so whenever people are just like, yes, this character definitely has a country accent, but we're gonna write this in full grammatically correct sentences, it's like, okay, I don't believe you. I know the actors, it can take months to get the accent working for them. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because with like, I know with French, because I also want to learn more accents, so I need to start like looking at more rules and stuff. I know with French, the 3 main ones are emphasizing vowels, not emphasizing consonants. You kind of let consonants like flow away.
Drop off.
Like if you're saying, what's a good example off the top of my head? Like if you're saying, no, because that one goes into the last one. Well, I guess it works. Like, because the other rules are, yeah, not accenting consonants, accenting vowels, not pronouncing H's. In fact, technically, a lot of like French accents, you do the kind of thing. I can't do that very well, but the alternative to that is just dropping the H's. So instead of saying like horse, you say horse, or you say instead of house, you say house.
Yeah.
And then I think they're one where it's like TH sounds become, Z, like, kind of a Z sound, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you were to do a French accent, you do something sort of like this. Is a very bad one, very very bad. And unfortunately, my new in sentence to go do a French accent is bikini bottom. Bikini bottom. To the fame. I think, what is the one from the SpongeBob musical that I remember word for some reason? I think it's the Krusty Krab, Bikini Bottom's most popular dining establishment, to the Krabby Patty. And across, owned and operated by a Mr. Eugene Krabs. And across town, the most least popular restaurant, the Chum Bucket, run by Sheldon J. Plankton. I don't know why that's the one thing from SpongeBob that I remember word for word. I don't know why. Anyway, it's probably because for some reason this have a lot of swallowing sounds. Yeah, it's like, but that's what I mean, is when you learn those rules, accents become a lot easier, but there's also a curse, is that what I've learned, the more accents you learn, the harder it is to do accents, because sometimes you can be perfect at an accent, but then by adding knowledge of another accent on top, it makes you start fluctuating between them for some reason, because you realize how similar they are. So it can be very difficult. It's very easy to do that with British and Australian, for example. Because they are very similar. They just have some slightly different phrases and way they pronounce certain things. Similar to Irish and Scottish, that kind of a thing. And then that's not even getting into dialects, because obviously for example in the UK, you don't just have you have a British accent, but when you get really specific, you have why can't I think of it? They always make fun of because in Taskmaster they always make fun of it. I think Wales or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
People make fun of people who have Wales accents or whatever, or having northerner or southerner accents and stuff like that, because there's just a little bit of a difference. Yeah, there's difference between Cockney British and then English British. Well, Cockney isn't the specific one that I'm thinking of. Specifically British people make fun of a specific dialect more than others. And I can't remember, but it's not Cockney. That's more of a word that we use, I think. But I
think that they do. In fact,
they use it. No, I'm thinking of a specific thing. I'm gonna find it. Because it's not just that. It's more than that. Don't be mean to me.
I'm not being mean to you. I was never being mean to you. Whoever told you I was being mean to you is lying to your face, and you should distrust
Yeah, because
them.
Cockney is a poor British accent. It's a bad, technically Cockney's a bad one. Yeah. I think some places, though. I mean, it still is the same descriptor for what it is, but what am I thinking of? Because I watched it in Taskmaster, they would fucking make fun of it all the time.
I do not know. I cannot tell you.
Yeah, Cockney is a dialect of the poorer working class in the East End of London. Still regarded as the marker of the true East London heritage. So that's what Cockney is. What is the fucking one? Sorry, we're not gonna continue this until I remember what it is.
This is important information we all need to know, okay? Guys, trust us on this.
Well, I'm gonna sound crazy until I figure out what it is.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I promise.
It has to be Welsh that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Because a lot of them make fun
Ireland.
of. No.
You would remember if it was Ireland or Scottish.
No, it's not Ireland. I know I've heard them make fun of Derry accents, because that's its own specific thing as well. There's Derry accents. Anyway, my point is just the fact that, that's like every place also has a variation of different kinds of accents. We have them over here as well. I mean, Louisiana is actually a really great example because even in Louisiana, like a Cajun accent, I can't do one on command, but like there's a specific kind of Cajun accent that is stereotyped with fucking Louisiana. I mean, if people saw Deadpool and Wolverine, you know what I'm talking about because it's the fucking voice they gave to fucking Gambit. The fucking, woo, I'm about to make my name for myself here. Like, that's that kind of fucking voice. But even here, there's different kinds of Southern dialects. In terms, I mean, even just the South in general. You know, you have, like, your typical country accent, but then you have your Cajun accent. You have that kind of, sort of different stuff. But, like, you have your Midwest. But interesting thing, though, if you heard someone who is a native to New Orleans talk in a normal voice, you could be tricked into thinking they're from New York. Because the New Orleans accent is different than a Cajun accent because of a lot of influence from similar influences that New York has, like from sort of like some Irish influence and things like that. While Cajun comes from French. Cajun is essentially the country, like, okay, like, a typical country accent is the slowed down, is the country version of a British accent. A Cajun accent is the country version of a French accent. I hope this all makes sense. But then, New Orleans is a totally different thing, though, because it comes more from, like, the Irish, and I'm trying to remember what the other one is I'm thinking of. But it comes from different influences. Some of those influences is being similar to what New York is. So some people from New Orleans sound similar to people from New York, and you could sometimes be fooled into thinking that they're from either or place. Anyway, accents are fascinating and wonderful, and I've just been rambling for too long. So, you know. Point is, Point is, I love it when stuff does the stuff like this where they write things kind of in accent.
Because you get to see it in action.
Yeah. Just makes it easier to read. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll turn on the voices again. Hugh again. How many times you come without invite?
Is police station 2 free? Or whole London only has case in my place?
Mrs. Cheng, sorry for not giving you a heads up today.
Rather important person, huh? Move aside.
像像像，两兄弟长得真像。
There you go.
Yeah.
I love how her face just completely softened talking to us.
Yeah.
I hate
to say immigrant experience, but yeah.
That is immigrant.
From everything not my experience, because I am not an immigrant, but from everything I know, immigrant experience.
That is the immigrant experience.
It is the immigrant experience.
That is the immigrant experience.
Look, they really do look alike, these two brothers. The younger brother is even more handsome than the elder brother.
Yeah, well, the other brother's dead, so...
Auntie Cheng, in the letters my brother sent me before, he often mentioned your care for him. A good man, your brother. Ambitious and talented. Bad luck such things happened.
Cheng, get me first.
Yeah, I love the voice acting. No, I would leave the voice acting on if not for I just perceived that we would be reading, like, all of the Chinese translated parts, but then probably not be reading the English parts because then we'd be doubling, and then I would feel kind of bad. Like, it just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It for me personally makes me feel just a little bit weird. But so I just feel like it's easier just to be able to read all of it as opposed to
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, like how she's speaking English, she obviously has more limited words. Yeah. No, again, I love language. Like,
Language is so much fun, which is why, again, I will make Morgan play Chants of Sonar. I did
Chidinma,
make Morgan play Chants of Sonar.
You didn't make me play anything. I played it on my own. You watched me play it.
I watched him play Sense of the Night.
You didn't even watch me play most of it. You watched me play it like halfway through the game. I punch you.
I like language games.
Anyway. Anyway, the voice acting is delightful and is every. See, this is why anyone watching this should play this game for yourself, and then you can hear all the beautiful voice acting for yourself. That's my sell. Go get this game. Go support this game because it's as so far this game has been nothing but lovely, and people should go support it because it's shocking to me that it's shocking to me that more people haven't talked about it personally.
Yeah, and like it's a small team, so all purchases will really help them, especially when you can see games like this.
Help them make more games like this.
More. Yeah, we love games like this, guys. Trust. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Miss Chang, can we first
take off shoes first? I don't dirty my carpet. Keep windows shut. Bad energy if open. Every time you come, my house a mess. My medicine on the stove. Knock it over. See what happens.
I bother. Didn't wash yourself.
She's so short.
What does that mean? Wait. Dina fish yourself? Dina fish yourself.
Mm.
Fish yourself.
We didn't mean
I bother.
Didn't finish yourself. I think it means you didn't finish yourself.
Nay, bother. Dinna fash yourself.
I don't know. Also, didn't realize we could just play it here.
My house a mess. My medicine on stove. Knock it over. See what happens.
Nay, bother. Dinna fash yourself.
Because it's the thing of like, I know "nay bother" means I won't bother with that.
Yeah, I think so.
That should be, yeah.
I think it means just.
I wouldn't bother, because. No, I think it's the.
A Scottish. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. It's a Scottish phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just again.
Didn't
language.
fash yourself.
I miss. Because it's Dina fash yourself, which sounds like it's like you've emphasized your point, basically, kind of thing. I won't bother. You've emphasized. I understand. Yeah, we not mean to intrude over much. Theoretically speaking, this should be.
Fash has two meanings. One being not to get annoyed by a situation, and the other not to inconvenience yourself with something, or someone. Fash, didn't fash yourself. Fash has two meanings. Example, didn't fash yourself. It was an accident, meaning not to get annoyed over something accidental. So he's saying,
okay,
calm down. It was an accident. Don't worry about it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Language.
Anyway, so thank you for adding that in, game. That's really nice and really cool.
Yeah.
Makes you learn things.
Yeah. Last trip? That's not what the sign says. You foreigners. You will have more visits. All right, come in. Stick close to your esteemed guest.
Esteemed guest?
Without him, you break my vase today. Compensate me? It's cloisonné. Cloison. Expensive.
I don't know. It's French. I don't know French.
I don't know French either.
I wanted to say closier because, you know.
Hey, as we just learned, apparently.
You break my vase today. Compensate me. It's cloisonné.
Cloisonné.
Expensive.
You were right.
It's cloisonné. Expensive.
Vase?
See? I told you. I told you. This room is his studio. The murder happened right here. He often locks himself inside, researching. I don't understand what he is researching either. Thank you, Auntie Cheng, for your help. Young man, take your time to look around. You! Walk careful. Don't break my things again.
He's very gumshoe shaped.
He is very
Very
gumshoe shaped.
very gumshoe character here. I really hope this is the last time I'm stepping in here.
Officer Jones, could you please tell me about the situation at that time?
Of course. That afternoon at 2 to 5, we got a telegram saying there's been a murder. You messed up so bad. There's been a murder in this room. We went upstairs to check, found the door locked from the inside as it breaks the lock open. Once inside, we saw the victim lying in a rather eerie pose on the chair.
That is eerie. This
Yeah,
noise is also
little
eerie.
Little not good. Little not good. A dagger plunged into his chest. His expression was awfully strange. A lot of pain, but half his face seemed to be smiling.
What kind of dagger is it? Is there anything special about it?
Nothing remarkable in appearance. Light in weight, but razor sharp.
What is the current direction of the police investigation? Have you identified any suspects yet?
I thought Joseph already filled you in on this. Well, Mr. Shen, based on the evidence gathered so far, the police have come to a conclusion. It was a suicide. Your brother? I was right, okay. Your brother took his own life.
Suicide? Impossible. My brother would never kill himself.
This room was sealed off at the time of the incident. All doors and windows were locked from the inside. The only key was in your brother's own hand. Not just that, the weapon only had his own fingerprints on it as well.
Nay. Well, with that, I'm going to save real quick and I'm going to get water because I'm thirsty.
Okay.
Everyone take a water break. It's water break time.
To run the poll. Perfect time to run
No,
the poll.
I'm taking my phone with me. I can see the chat. So.
No!
I'm going to see if you do it. Hello?
Oh, no! Oh,
Hello,
no! I
everything.
cannot run the poll, guys. Guys. I'm sorry I cannot run the poll. If it happens, you guys can just leave it in the chat and say what you think it is. Yeah, it's a very good game. Sorry, guys, I do the accident. Just like, yeah, it's a very good game. It's fine. It's very silly. We keep playing and we keep playing. Probably only play for a little bit longer though. But I can do a Discord poll, that's correct. But like, for like, where would people see it? In Michi's server? I don't feel like putting I don't feel like putting a Discord poll in Michi's server. So, you know. I'm not Scottish now, I'm just a little guy, okay? I'm doing my best. And sometimes when you do an accent, then you're focusing really hard to make sure your mouth makes the correct shapes, and your tongue does the same thing where it's like, ah yes, put it in there. Well, yeah, but if I put it in there, then Toshi wouldn't be able to see it. So, you know. Yeah. So you sit here. You sit here. You sit here. The options are, by the way, I know I could do a Twitter poll, but I hate social media, okay? And this is the thing of like, I really need to get better about it, but I also really hate social media. Fine, I'll do that. Give me a second. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
I'm back now. Did everyone get water? You're not answering my question. Rooney, what did you do? You broke her. We won't be able to continue. Because she's broken.
I'm back now.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back. I missed you.
I miss you too.
Are we ready to continue?
Yeah.
Do you have to be done at a certain time, by the way?
I was saying we could probably go until 1 o'clock, so another 30-ish minutes or so. That should probably work. Good.
Sure.
I know it's.
I
can't expect to accept my condolences. But can't.
There's a wooden door with a round lock. The lock is already damaged.
When we got here, the door was locked from the inside, so we had to force the door opened.
Officer Jones, can I ask you a few more questions?
As long as it helps to solve the case quickly.
Officer Jones, you mentioned earlier that someone filed a report. May I ask who the reporter is?
It came in as an anonymous telegram. I had only one sentence. A homicide occurred at 79 Brig Street.
It does sound somewhat illogical. Since this room is locked and it's a suicide, how could anyone know a homicide occurred here?
I must admit, you've got a sharp mind, but... See? The curtain to this window was not closed at the time. It's likely that someone from the opposite building saw the body through the window.
Have the police questioned the residents of the building opposite?
Anything you can think of, we had already considered. Just considering that ability to look for eyewitnesses took up my entire week. It's hard to identify potential witnesses with the busy restrooms on the 3rd floor.
An anonymous telegram with only one sentence. A homicide occurred at 97th Prilly Street. Officer Jones, you and Joseph were both at the Kensington Division, right?
Hey, Joseph was my superior just half a month ago. However, it was weeks ago he got a transfer order and was set to be moved to Shanghai.
Now you're doing country.
I'm sorry.
Was Joseph in charge of my brother's case before?
Aye, that's correct. But no, the case is in the hands of the new detective sergeant. The new sergeant is not an easy person to deal with. When we gang to the police station later, he'll witness each himself. Aye, as long as it helps solve the case helps to solve the case.
It's the same
quickly.
phrase. You don't need to say it again. It's okay.
Aye, as long as
gonna kill you.
it helps to solve the case quickly.
Fingerprint
I have to
identification
say,
can be
as a
traced
practice-
back to the Qin dynasty at 221 to 207 BCE, where finger pressing on sealing wax was used for sealing important letters. By the Tang and Song dynasties, theories related to identifying individuals by fingerprints were already in existence. In 1788, the German anatomist,
Anatomist.
Johann Christoph Andreas Mayer was the first to propose that no two individuals have identical fingerprints, which gradually led to the formation of modern fingerprint science in the 19th century. At the beginning of the 20th century, police stations in cities like Qingdao and Shanghai established fingerprint registration departments, marking one of the symbols of judicial appraisal reform in the late Qing dynasty. Officer Jones, may I ask if the police have identified any suspects yet?
Mr. As I mentioned before, your brother's death was a suicide, so there's no suspect. So there are no
You want me
there are
to?
no suspects.
Oh, I can't play it. I guess this is one where it's not voiced. Nay suspects.
No suspects.
Even if it is determined to be a suicide, don't we need to rule out the possibility of homicide?
Aye, of course. I looked into all these suspicious individuals. Mrs. Chang, the only person there on the flat that day. Stern Wu, your brother's classmate, had a good relationship with him, but had a big row before her. Toby Chang, your brother's classmate, had a competitive relationship with him. And there was also the sender of the telegram, Mr. Bell, your brother's research project sponsor. He had interrogated all of these individuals, and we have interrogated all of these individuals. I have alibis for the time of the incident. I completely understand your desire to uncover the truth. But the truth is, your brother committed suicide.
Officer Jones, can I ask you a few more questions?
Aye, as long as it helps to solve the case quickly.
Officer Jones, was my brother sitting in this chair at the time of death?
Yeah, right underneath the spotlight. Strictly speaking, he was not sitting in the chair but leaning on it in a very peculiar posture.
She's sounding Polish now.
I'm sorry, I'm doing my best, okay?
His head and lower limbs were bent downwards while his body arches upwards like a bow.
How could this be?
We've looked into all sorts, but there are no definite answer. Nairuling out that he got a massive fright or pain reaction at the very moment of his passing.
Brian.
Mr. Shanny! Mr. Shanny! You alright, pal? You look as if you just come back from the depths of hell.
Can I take a closer look around here?
Looks like your brother's spirit is trying to take over from your grave. That's
Maybe.
what's going on. It's actually you being possessed by your brother.
I mean, it might be the person that we're talking to is fucking him. Who knows? Or whatever a mental manifestation of him is. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's that? An asbestos mesh with burn marks on it. The corners of the asbestos mesh is tied with wire, and the middle part has been replaced with... wax?
Death. It might have been used for experiments, as asbestos mesh is a common tool in labs. The asbestos mesh. The mesh is charred black, blah blah blah.
There were many scattered paper ashes around the chair.
Now, I just around the chair, but there were quite a few paper ashes on your brother's body. I heard in the East you burn paper during ancestral worship ceremonies. Do you reckon this has any connection to your brother's passing?
Ancestral worshipping ceremonies?
Indeed. Miss Shank mentioned that August 15th, according to your calendar, is a special holiday.
That day was the Ghost Festival, and also the anniversary of my father's death. That's very specific.
So you're suggesting on that day your brother was performing ancestral worship for your father?
It's not possible. Our relationship with our father was not good, and we have never done such a thing before. An unburned scrap of paper, seemingly made of oiled paper. It seems that there was some writing on it, but it is impossible to recognize it. Officer Jones, if my brother's body was contorted when he was killed, how was he leaning on the chair?
Let me dye it a sketch for you. Here's how he and the chair was set up at that moment. You have a problem with my drawing?
No, it's just the idea that I'm like, here's how your brother died. It's just like a silly little drawing of your brother dead in a chair. It's just it's fine. I'm making fun. It's just really
Here's how your brother died.
just the idea that he handed that to him. Here's how your brother died.
I mean, at least it wasn't like, full on animal body shaped.
Yeah, no, but it's funnier that way.
Yeah, it would be funnier that way, but like,
No, it's funnier that it's not anatomically shaped. That's what I mean.
No, not animatronic. Sorry, that's not what I said. I said anime body shaped.
Oh, no, yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The victim's body and the chair find a fine equilibrium, a delicate balance. I'm not sure if that was a coincidence. A winky dink, if you will.
Is this shape a key?
Aye, we took it as evidence in our investigation. This is the sole key to that room, and we discovered it gripped in Brian's hand. There were only your brother's fingerprints on that key.
The only key to the room that was found in my brother's hand. Oh my gosh. Drops of blood on the floor, as well as on the edges of the chair, which was already coagulated. There were no bloodstains in the room except near the chair. Officer, how were the bloodstains distributed on my brother's clothes at the time?
There were a wee bit of blood stains on the clothing near the dagger, but aside from that, there was no clear flow direction, neither left, right, up, nor down.
Deep claw marks on the chair legs, with slight traces of blood on them. Brian, what exactly did you experience?
Drugs.
It's always the drugs.
It's always the drugs.
When my brother's body was found, it was contorted. His body and the chair achieved a delicate balance. Okay. It's just the chair again.
Did you get the ashes in the
Brian,
front?
what exactly happened? If you mean the paper scraps, yes. I won't let you die like this without knowing the truth. I will definitely find the murderer and bring them to justice. Totally, Brian. I got this, Brian. Don't worry about it.
I've got this. Trust.
A beam of light shines through the skylight, directly under the chair where the murder occurred. What's this? The skylight window frame shows scorch marks, and and the marks appear to be fresh.
Oh, indeed, those are scorch marks. Even though it's unclear what caused them, this is unrelated to the case.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
it's very related. I
How
think this
can
is
you
very
tell?
related, actually.
You should not be standing like that on a ladder.
This guy's is very high, and without a ladder, there's no way one can reach it. Mrs. Jones' house doesn't have that. Besides, we've inspected the skylight and it's locked from the inside of the house. Thick ducts on the glass, no signs of being touched or tampered with. It's high probable that those scorch marks were made before the incident. Or there's a chance that they used the light to, burn something.
Skylight is very high.
This is your brother's studio, and the marks on the window are likely caused by experiments.
Several books on the desk, including Principles of Chemistry and the Interpretation of Dreams. Someone's reorganized those books.
Someone's organized these books.
Someone's reorganized those books because that splatter is not the full rank
That's
supposed
not
to
how
be.
that ink looked like. Presumably, this is ink. So, so it'd be
Interesting.
Let me see if we can read these titles.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to write these titles.
We're gonna say that's Murakami, right? Murakami, and then it would be food, and then it would be what connects to food?
It's gonna be this one that has no title on it, and then it would be this one, and then it would be this
Yeah.
one, and then it would be this one.
I can't see where you're pointing, but yeah.
Well,
Yes,
well then
I
I can't help you.
understand. No, I saw it on the. I have it. I see it on the stream where you're pointing now.
Okay.
Sorry, just not like I'm actually like reading it. I just like looked and saw the.
No,
one.
yeah, it'd be the fourth
Yeah.
one, and then the first one, and then the last one, and then the second to last one, and then the third one, and then the second one.
Yeah.
And the Principles of Chemistry and the Interpretation of Dreams. It seems like these are books that Brian often read. Each book's spine has some ink stains. Their arrangement seems to have a certain pattern. Officer Jones, may I organize these books? Oh, good. I already know what order they go.
Hey, the police investigation is done. They're not your property. They're not your property. Not your property. Hey, good job, you did it.
Ta-da! Although it almost looks like one's missing a little bit.
Yeah, a book is definitely missing. You're
Something's
correct.
definitely missing. Indeed,
There's a book
the ink stains on the books spread diagonally. The ink stains indeed appear to be flicked from a fountain pen. There's a break in the middle of the ink stain, as if one book is missing.
There's an obstruction.
Clearly, another book in the middle has been taken. Could you please tell me if the police took a book with the ink stain on its spine from the scene?
Nah.
Could it be that the killer took the book?
Seems difficult to confirm if the book was missing then. It's been gone for a while. Mr. Shen, you need to trust the police. No, I assume there was a killer on train.
All cats are beautiful.
All cats are beautiful.
Cats are beautiful.
As we all know. We all trust them.
7 candles arranged on the ground in the shape of the Big Dipper. That's very specific. Each candle is securely fixed to the floor by wax by someone.
Looks like some kind of mysterious Eastern ritual.
Shut up. The Big Dipper. Oh. I guess you're Brian.
Chunpei, can you still find the Big Dipper?
Right there. I found it.
And looking in the direction of the spoon's handle, you
You can find the North Star.
The North Star is the only star that remains fixed at the North Celestial Pole. Therefore, travelers use it as a guide for direction when they are away from home. Find the North Star anywhere. It guides you back home from afar. Make a wish!
Wow. Since the candles are arranged in the shape of the Big Dipper, the position of the Polaris is near the desk. Is there anything special about the desk?
I did not find anything special on the desk either. If I had to say, there are some marks on the candles instead.
Tell me quickly.
You see, the side of the candle, there's a shallow scratch. The inn next to it also has one. Interesting, these two scratches are on the same horizontal plane. Scratches on the same horizontal plane.
Indeed. They are quite suspicious. Could they be traces left by the murderer?
The possibility of this being a case of homicide is very, very low. Currently, no evidence links the candles to the murder case.
This is a photo of my brother and his friends.
They are your brother's classmates. Ira Joseph took the photo. The one in the middle is Stonewood. He knew your brother from before coming to the UK.
Seems I have met him when I was a child.
You're a wee little child, a wee little baby. The one on the right is Tobias King. He's your brother's classmate at the University of London. Ken? I know I'm saying it wrong, but I cannot do
Why
much.
can't we look at this? Why can't we look at this? It was pointing to this.
I know it was looking at the very weird thing. Look
Anger.
at the stool.
Rage.
Anger.
Imagine walking to this scene and thinking it was just a suicide. Bot! Get the bot! Destroy it!
Bot, I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. I've got
Banning.
it.
Ban! I got it. I sniped
You
it.
got it.
I
You
got it.
You
It's
sniped
super
it.
fast.
Snooped. Snoop snapped. Snipe snoop.
There's a small
Snoop.
stool placed between the desk and the candle arrangement. The stool is very small, with a height of less than 20 centimeters.
Thanks for letting us know.
The windows can only be opened from the inside. Below is the busy Plymouth Street, with fashion stores, jewelry shops, and furniture stores.
Excuse you, it's Plymouth.
Not far away is the iconic Palace of Westminster and the Royal Opera House.
Excuse you, it's Westminster.
Through the window, the three-storied Savoy restaurant across the street seems to be very busy. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking vaporize you. Is that a cartoon bomb on the floor?
Hey, when did that appear? Was
What?
that always there?
Yeah, it was always there.
Was that always there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why are we zooming in on this?
When we entered the scene, the phonogram was still playing, but stopped after a short while. There's something inside.
Did it stop because the wax cylinder ran out?
It had been about 15 minutes of playing. I had personally verified this matter. There's a cafe downstairs in this building, just signed for below. Staff reported continuous opera music from this room, 1:40 to 2:30 p.m. that day.
Did they hear any other sounds?
Near them. 7-star lamp, huh? Give it a listen.
This is Peking opera. The content sounds somewhat familiar. The phonograph is playing Peking opera's 7-star lamp.
He really said, the Dipper, the Dipper, the Dipper.
The Dipper.
7-star lamp? What is it about?
I have a few notes. Let me catch up on these real quick.
Again.
Hungry
Finish
Ghost
investigation.
Festival. The Hungry Ghost Festival, also known as Zhonggong Zongyong Festival is a traditional Chinese festival observed in the 15th day of the 7th month in the lunar calendar. In ancient times, during the 7th month of the lunar calendar, the emperor presented the newly harvested grains to the ancestral temple to repay the blessings of gods, ghosts, and ancestors. In Buddhism, believers held a Bon festival ceremony on the same day according to the Alambana Sutra, offering sacrifices to monks and returning merit to their parents. In Taoism, it is said that the Emperor of the Central Plains, the highest official in the land, forgives the sins of the dead on this day. People offer flowers and fruits, set up altars, and recite scriptures, praying for the Emperor to forgive their ancestors and also save their souls. The wax cylinder phonograph, popular in the 1896 to 1910, was a recording and playback audio device that utilized the principle of converting sound waves into vibrations of a metal needle to record and play back waveforms on wax cylinders. In 1877, Thomas Edison invented the foil cylinder phonograph, which was prone to damage and had limited playback capability. It was later improved and adjusted to become the all-wax cylinder phonograph, which was introduced to the market in 1888 and gained widespread recognition.
Nice. Great job, my dude.
Peking Opera 7-Star Lamp. The traditional Peking opera play, also known as Kong Ming Begs for Longevity, adapted from the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, it tells the story of Zhuge Liang, 181 to 234, a prominent Chinese military strategist who suffered from severe vomiting and blood loss. He performed a ritual that used 7 lamps to prolong his life. Interesting. However, the ritual was interrupted, and Zhuge Liang died with a premonition of his future. Interesting.
What the 7 lamps are, huh? That's why I decided to do that.
It's about Zhuge Liang, who failed to borrow 10 years of lifespan from heaven, 1,790 years ago.
10 years ago.
No.
That's how it is.
Interesting. Was our brother into cult shit? A lab bench that is filled with bottles and containers. Because that's what I was thinking of, like, is this game gonna go as far to be like, yes, ghosts are real kind of thing?
Yeah. I think you are right there. This is more thinking of like, no, our brother is not into culture. This has definitely been what's it called? Framed? Traumatized?
Yeah. Maybe.
Greened?
A dismantled kerosene lamp on the table. Several long cotton threads soaked in kerosene bottle, a small brush inside. See, games like this, and just like some of these games in general, like, always make me wonder if they're gonna pivot and like, whenever they introduce the concept of like, ghosts might be real, I always have to squint and be like, are you a game where the supernatural is going to exist? Because my theories depend on what the reality of the world is.
For example, AI insomnium.
Exactly. I will die on my science ghost hill. This science ghost has to be real or I look crazy.
It's not space ghosts, it's science ghosts.
Because they haven't mentioned it, but a lot of this is framed like it was supernatural. Like something obviously it's not suicide. Obviously. Unless there's like a double plot twist where actually it was.
His dad possessed his body or something.
His dad tried to possess, or he was trying to contact someone or do something, some kind of ritual. But he was a man of science. But it makes me think of like, was there something where it's like, ooh, because that's what I mean of where it's like, I can't tell what the world rules are going to be because part of it is like, ooh, he found something scientific to prove that the ghosts are real. Ooh, like, I don't know. These things can go anyway. Like, listen, Professor Layton was a world that was like meant to be very grounded, where everything had a possibly whimsical but technically grounded in a fake reality kind of thing. Anything that you thought was supernatural ended up being real, but it's also a game where like time travel is just a thing that happens. So like that's where I need to know these things. I should say it happened like in one game, and it was technically a triple plot twist that actually, yes, technically they did achieve time travel very briefly. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I'm sorry to give just me looking at the Ace Attorney game specifically.
A stack of oil paper on the table. Each sheet is large and thin. Various chemicals and reagents are placed on the lab bench. Among them, there is aspirin, procaine, and that one.
Trichloromethane. Yeah,
Sure.
trichloromethane.
Test tubes contain powdered herbal medicines such as Sephora flavescens and Angelica sinensis.
I can actually draw that out, trichloromethane.
Yeah.
I know what that's supposed to
Good
look
job.
like, technically.
This bottle contains strychnine. Officer Jones, do you know there is strychnine in my brother's room?
Oh, do not fash. We have certainly looked into this angle. Your brother's autopsy and toxicology tests were done by Joseph, a forensics expert.
I don't trust him. On principle, don't trust him.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him. I'm assuming that's the guy the blonde dude he ran in here. Don't trust him.
Yeah,
I got a vibe on that guy the moment I saw the back of his head. I just had a vibe.
Do not trust him.
Don't trust him. Joseph, didn't pass the vibe check.
Did not pass the vibe check.
I'm always excited to hear your theories because I still don't know the truth behind his brother's death. We're gonna figure out together.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna get there
We
together,
need
guys.
More information.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We desperately need more
More
information.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about other toxins?
There it is. Of course, all of them came back now. All of them came back negative. Our capabilities are limited. Some new drugs may not be detected.
What is the current police speculation about the cause of my brother's body contortion?
Just a moment, let me check my notebook. It is Joseph Cedar.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
Don't trust him. Don't trust this man at all.
My vibes for Joseph are that he doesn't pass the vibe. See, if all three of us agree that he doesn't pass the vibe check, there's no fucking way there's something not wrong with him. He's hiding something. We don't know what, but he's totally hiding something.
I mean, it could be the thing of what he's hiding is the fact that he's actually not a natural blonde.
like a No, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. But no, I think it's... Here's my thing. I don't know if it's gonna... The fact that we all are picking up on this vibe makes me wonder if it is going to be that he's actually the murderer or something. If it's that obvious, I don't know if he is. But, however, also, I still feel like it's going to be something massive. Like, he's actually, like, a really shitty doctor, or maybe he didn't do the tests, or maybe he found something and he's covering up for something else, or whatever. You do get to meet him in flashback later on. Good. He doesn't pass the vibe check. The fact that we all are shaking hands means that something is up. We all agree that that twink is suspicious. Anyway.
Very suspicious twink.
Continue.
Oh, found it. We found a recently healed wound on the victim's foot. If there was contamination on the wound, or if he was exposed to germs during experiments, then there's a possibility of tetanus infection. If he got a fright or felt intense pain, it might have caused back spasms. Or if there's stimulation causing back nerve paralysis.
Please just continue.
It could lead to body contortion, sorry.
It's okay. At a certain point, you have to just give up.
Yeah, okay. In summary, Joseph thinks that there are many possible causes for the body contortion. As for the toxicology test results, they are all negative. Completely.
What was originally inside this white circle? She was experiencing paralysis, correct?
Nuh-uh, you guys are being so mean to me. A roll of Morse code paper strip which you took as evidence.
Oh, more facts. More knowledge.
My knowledge.
Stridazine. Stridazine is a type of alkaloid extract from the plant Strychnos nuxvomica, It is slightly soluble in water, colorless, extremely bitter, and highly toxic. According to legend, it is believed that the poison was used to kill Li Yu, an emperor in China. The symptoms of strychnine poisoning include restlessness, twitching of facial and neck muscles, followed by severe muscle spasms throughout the body. Death usually occurs within 1 to 3 hours after poisoning due to asphyxiation or exhaustion. The individual's face may show a bitter smile, and the body may exhibit arcing and stiffness, resembling symptoms of tetanus.
Couldn't be me.
Forensic toxicology testing. For a long time, the detection of poisons in criminal investigations was a significant challenge. It was not until after the chemical revolution of the 19th century that a new understanding of elements laid the foundations for poison detection. The chemists of Orfila conducted numerous experiments to establish analytical methods for identifying poisons from biological tissues and fluids. He organized a systematic classification and identification method of poisons into a treatise of forensic medicine. Later, he marked the formation of forensic toxicology by extracting arsenic from the internal organs of the deceased to confirm poisoning.
Nice. Great job, my dude.
Strychnine. Gotcha.
Strychnine.
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 So, you found it on the ground.
Hey, that's right. I expect it failed from the Morse code telegraph machine.
Does it have any content in it? More knowledge.
Knowledge.
Facts.
Text.
Morse code is an encoding method invented by the British inventor Samuel Morse. It encodes English letters and Arabic numerals, and using a combination of dots, dashes, and spaces to facilitate the efficient transmission of information. The Morse code telegraph machine operates on the principle of controlling the opening and closing of an electromagnetic with electric currents. It prints the transmitted or received information on a roll or paper strip, thus carrying out the work of an information transmission.
Did have any? I tried to get him from Mr. Bell's Joseph's father.
Oh, Mr. Bell's his father, huh? Oh, is he? I don't have good vibes about Mr. Bell either.
Father. Yeah. We checked the contents discussing the development of a certain drug. And I think suspicious. I know some suspicious that it's drug, but okay.
On the top shelf, there are certificates and medals that my brother has received. In the middle, there are some pharmaceutical theory books and laboratory equipment. On the bottom shelf, there are several wax cylinder records, including Autumn in the Han Palace.
We can look at it now.
Finally.
There's a telegram machine on the table, and there are traces of it being used on that day. The Morse code paper we found should be fitted in this hexagonal area on its top. Other than that, none other abnormalities were found on the machine.
I'm assuming the last thing we needed to do is go outside. Do you want to stop here, though? Because it's one in the morning.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, let's stop. Here's a good stopping point, yeah.
Yeah, right before we go
Before
outside.
we go into the next area. Yeah, before we move to the next scene.
Alright. Well, we got a lot of... We solved the case, and now we are beginning the whole new remnants of a whole new mystery.
Yep. We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, we're doing great. But yeah, we will be playing more at some time in the near future. Probably another time this week. But if not, we'll be playing it next Friday, I'm sure. Smith Dixon game, I understand. Yeah, because I want to know the secrets. I love a good mystery.
Secrets.
So yeah, we're gonna go. I need to change my pants because the pants I have on the fucking, I don't know what it is right now. The pajama pants I have on are giving me horrible itches right now, and I don't know why. But yeah, but I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and night, day, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.